Every habit you repeat is physically changing your brain. Not metaphorically, literally. Repeated behaviors physically thicken neural pathways. Abandoned behaviors physically thin them. Your brain right now is either building pathways for focus, memory, and clarity, or dismantling them. And most people have no idea which one is happening. 7 habits, 7 specific brain mechanisms. One of them, habit 5, might explain something that has been confusing you for a long time. Habit 1, train your attention deliberately. Your prefrontal cortex is the most sophisticated structure in the known universe. It handles focused thinking, complex decision-making, impulse control, long-term planning, and it only develops through one thing: sustained, deliberate attention. Every time you hold focus on one thing, despite the pull to switch, you are physically strengthening the prefrontal cortex's neural pathways. Every time you fragment attention across 10 inputs, notifications, tabs, multitasking, you weaken them. Think about the last time you sat with 0 distractions. No phone nearby, no background noise, just one task. That discomfort you felt, that restlessness, is not boredom. It's your prefrontal cortex resisting unfamiliar exercise. 20 minutes, one task, no switching, daily. That resistance is the training. Habit 2, treat sleep as brain maintenance. While you sleep, your brain cells physically shrink by up to 60% to let a cleaning fluid flush through them, clearing the metabolic waste your brain produced all day. This is your glymphatic system. It only runs during deep sleep, and it only runs properly when your sleep is uninterrupted. The brain fog after a bad night, the slow thinking, the decision fatigue by 11 a.m., that's metabolic waste that the cleaning system didn't fully clear. No productivity system compensates for this. No caffeine, no cold shower, no morning routine. Sleep is not rest. It's maintenance, and you cannot hack your way around it. Habit 3, feed your brain content that challenges it. Most content today is engineered for one thing: passive consumption, quick dopamine, fast switching, shallow processing, and your brain adapts to whatever it consistently receives. Shallow input, over time, produces shallow thinking. Reading, specifically material slightly outside your comfort zone, activates your default mode network. The default mode network is the brain's integration system. It connects new information to existing knowledge. It builds frameworks. It creates genuine insight. Passive scrolling suppresses it. Active reading activates it. 10 pages daily, slightly challenging material. And this is the critical part. Pause and think. What was the core idea? Do you agree? How does it apply to your life? Processing is what creates sharpness. Consumption alone doesn't. And here's what connects habits 1, 2, and 3. Your prefrontal cortex, your glymphatic system, your default mode network. All 3 are only available when your brain is not in reactive mode. You have fragmented attention, broken sleep, passive consumption. All 3 put your brain in reactive mode. All 3 quietly dismantle the neural architecture that makes you capable of your best thinking. Habit 4, move your body to upgrade your brain. Most people think exercise is about the body. The brain science disagrees. Physical movement triggers the release of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. In plain terms, BDNF is the protein that physically grows new neural connections. It's what makes learning stick, what makes memory consolidate, what makes new habits form faster. The clarity you feel after a walk, that isn't coincidence. That's BDNF at work. You don't need extreme training. Consistent moderate movement is enough. Walking, cycling, strength work, anything sustained and regular. And there's a second mechanism here. Every time you move when you don't feel like it, you override the brain's default response of choosing comfort over action. That override, repeated, physically strengthens the neural pathway for acting without needing motivation first. That pathway transfers everywhere. Quick question, and be honest. When you can't focus, what do you usually do? Number 1. Reach for my phone. 2. Switch to an easier task. 3. Push through even though it feels painful. 4. Take a break and come back. Drop your number. Because habit 5, the one I teased at the start, is going to explain why your answer matters. Habit 5. Recalibrate your dopamine baseline. This is the one. Your brain has a baseline, a default level of stimulation it considers normal, and it constantly adjusts that baseline based on what you consistently expose it to. Every notification, every scroll, every rapid content switch, each one delivers a small dopamine hit, and over time, your brain recalibrates upward. The baseline rises, and ordinary life starts feeling unbearable. Reading feels slow, work feels painful, silence feels threatening. Not because those things changed, because your dopamine baseline is now calibrated for constant novelty. Most people who struggle with focus and motivation think something is wrong with them. They've tried everything. They know what they should be doing. They just can't make themselves do it. This is why. They're not lazy. They're not undisciplined. They are overstimulated. And the stimulation is telling them everything is fine. That is the most dangerous part. A brain that is overstimulated doesn't feel overwhelmed. It just feels like normal life. The solution is not dramatic. Create deliberate gaps, eat without screens, walk without audio, sit without filling every quiet moment with content. Allow boredom to exist. Boredom is not a problem to solve. It is a signal that your brain is recovering. Most people medicate that signal. That is the problem. When you protect those gaps consistently, your dopamine baseline recalibrates downward. Focus returns, clarity improves. Tasks that felt impossible become manageable. Your brain starts feeling like yours again. Habit 6. Build the amygdala prefrontal gap. A high-performing brain is not just cognitively sharp. It is emotionally stable under pressure. Here's the mechanism. Your amygdala detects threats. Real or perceived, external or internal. It fires fast. Your prefrontal cortex processes context. It fires slower. The gap between those two firing speeds is where emotional intelligence lives. Most reactive behavior happens when the amygdala fires before the prefrontal cortex has had time to process. You cannot eliminate the amygdala response, but you can train the gap. Notice the emotion before reacting. Name it rather than becoming it. I notice frustration rather than I am frustrated. That linguistic shift creates psychological distance. It activates the prefrontal cortex in the moment the amygdala is firing. Practiced consistently, it physically rewires the emotional response pattern. 6 habits, 6 mechanisms. Prefrontal cortex, glymphatic system, default mode network. 1. BDNF, dopamine baseline, amygdala gap. Each one a specific neurological event. Not motivation, not discipline, not willpower. Biology. And habit 7 is about what happens when you repeat any of these long enough that your brain stops treating them as effortful choices. Habit 7. Choose consistency over motivation. Motivation is neurochemistry. It rises and falls with sleep quality, cortisol levels, blood sugar, and dozens of factors outside your control. Habits that depend on motivation will always be inconsistent. But here's what actually changes the brain. Neuroplasticity is use-dependent. Repeated behavior physically deepens neural grooves. Not occasionally, not when you feel like it, consistently. Reading 10 pages daily doesn't feel revolutionary on any single day. Across a year, it fundamentally reshapes how you think. 20 minutes of focused work daily trains concentration more effectively than occasional 4-hour sessions. Here's why. Small actions repeated without interruption eventually become automatic. Your brain stops treating them as effortful choices. It begins treating them as simply what you do. That is when identity shifts. You stop being someone trying to build discipline. and become someone who is disciplined, not because of a decision, because of a groove that your brain physically built, one repetition at a time. 7 habits, 7 brain mechanisms. None of them are dramatic. None of them require transformation overnight. But every single one of them physically changes your brain when repeated consistently. Your prefrontal cortex gets stronger or weaker based on how you direct your attention. Your glymphatic system clears or accumulates based on how you sleep. Your BDNF rises or stays suppressed based on whether you move. Your dopamine baseline rises or recalibrates based on what you expose your brain to. Your brain is not fixed. It is not done changing. The only question is whether it's changing in the direction you intend. If this gave you a framework for what's actually happening in your brain, save this video. Come back to it the next time one of these habits feels impossible. Share it with one person who complains about poor focus or low motivation, but hasn't understood the mechanism behind it yet. If you are not here to stay average, subscribe. Because this is all this channel does: brain science, plain language, so you understand what's actually happening and what to do about it. And the video that goes deepest into why your dopamine baseline is broken and how to reset it is right here. Watch it next.